Hey guys, today I'm going to do a tutorial on ARMA 3 sector control unit and how to use it in the Eden editor, because I haven't been able to find any videos on YouTube for that, which is kind of surprising because the Eden editor has been out for relatively quite a while. Right, so first of all, I'm on this map called Lingor. It's by a guy called Icebreaker. It's really good. I haven't actually really played on the map, but from sort of what I've seen just by going the editor is extremely good, and I highly recommend you pick it up. It is free. So first of all, how do we use it? So the sector control is basically a kind of a capture the flag type scenario. You will have an enemy defending a base or an area, and you have to try and capture it. Let's say, in this case, we are going to have an enemy who are sort of holding this area, and we're going to call it like, I don't know, like a drug cartel or something. And we have to try and kill the enemy so we can capture it and allow, our troops to sort of be in there safely. So, first of all, you want to put down a sector module. It's under F5 or systems, it's under modules, it's under multiplayer. You place that down. The next thing we are going to do is place down under the systems again, the logic entities, and blue4 and op4. These tell sort of are basically the sides which are competing for this area. So what we're going to do is, you don't have to do anything once you're in here. All you need to do is connect this to your sector module. We're going to do that with that. And then we are going to mess around with some of the settings inside the sector module. So what we're going to do is, we don't need to give it a name or anything. We're going to give it a size. In our case, we're going to use, I don't know what, 30 by 30, I guess. This is a size you want your sector to be. So if we do that, it looks a little bit like that. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller though. So I'm going to use 20 by 20 instead. The next bit is we are going to give it a name. Like I said, we're going to pretend this is like a drug cartel. So let's just put a drug cartel in that, like so. Designation, that is basically like in, if you guys play like Call of Duty or whatever and you've played capture flag, that's like A, B or C, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. We're going to call this Delta or whatever. We aren't going to have C's reward. I'm not really sure what these rewards do. An expression, I'm not really sure what that does either. Ownership limit. Now, basically, if you have 4 players in an area and you kill 3 of those players, it will start the countdown for you capturing the area. In other words, once you've got a majority. At the moment, it's on 0, meaning that it won't budge. So, at the moment, even if you go into that area, nothing will happen. You won't be able to capture it. So we want to set this to 0. In my case, 75. If you wanted, let's say you wanted to kill all the people in the area, you'd set that figure to 1. It is very much a percentage on how many players or opposition you have killed. Default owner, in our case, is going to be op4. Task owners is going to be everyone except default sector owner. So in other words, I'm going to be playing as a blue4 and I'm going to try and capture the op4 sector. Task title will be capture op4. No, fucking hell, it does that. Op4 sector. Task description. Capture. Can't spell. The drug cartel. These figures here, I'm going to set all mine to 5. I'll show you what happens if you set them to 0 in a minute. Right, so this is set up now. So the next thing we need to set up is a trigger, because at the moment this is just like kind of sitting there doing nothing. The game doesn't really recognize that as anything at the moment, so we need to put a trigger. Just hit F3, go down to triggers, get a trigger and place a trigger right on top of that. It's not a necessity, but it just makes everything easier. Then double click on the trigger. Now, the size of the trigger is quite important. You want the size of the trigger to be the same as the size of your sector module. You could have it bigger if you wanted to. I'm not really sure why, but there you go. Trigger activation, this is important. Obviously you can choose whether it's rectangle or circle. Type is going to be guarded by op4. In other words, op4 are going to guard the surrounded area in here, regardless on, they aren't necessarily going to stay in the same place. I'll show you what that means in a minute. Activation will be when anyone from blue 4 comes into this area. An activation type is going to be present. If it's, yeah, so that's what you want. Activation type is present. You don't want it repeatable. That means you can do it multiple times, which is really pointless for this in this case. Then if you wanted, you can also have trigger effects, like when you go into the trigger it'll make a sound or something like that. That's up to you. So that's how we set up this here, and now we are pretty much ready to go. We can even see on the map, you can see the area here. Now we need to do 2 more things before we can start. Is first of all we want like a little team. Let's so I don't know, who do we want? I don't actually know why I'm getting so, thinking about this. Right, let's just get what's in guard? A guard squad. How many is there? I don't want too many. That's a guard patrol. Cool. Right. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to not do that. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to move everyone a little bit closer together so they're easier for me to kill. Also, for the sake of this video, I'm also going to go to the assets here and basically have their speed mode on limited and forced hold fire. The reason I want them on forced hold fire is because I just want to show you guys how this works. I don't actually want to get killed. You can choose whatever you guys decide to do here. So I'm putting them on stand up. I'm guessing if you're doing this, you know a little bit about the Eden editor anyway. Then I am going to go to blue 4 and set my own guy, not an ammo bearer, because that is just going to take a long ass time. I'm going to start him, I don't know, here, I guess. Yeah, why not? I'll put him here. Right, now we are actually ready to go. Apart from the fact that this geezer is facing the wrong way and apparently I can't turn him around. So, what's going to happen is that these guys are going to defend this area. Let me just quickly put these guys that way. These guys are going to defend anywhere within this area. They can move out of the area, but then that wouldn't be defending the area. That would just be running away from the area. So they are very likely just to stay in this area. So we are now going to play as this character here. They don't know I exist at the moment. We are going to play as a character. And first things first, I'm going to open the map. So you can see, obviously the bigger the area, the bigger this thing will be. So we've been assigned this task. We can unassign if you want and assign it if you have multiple things of these. And like it says here, like I put, the task title is Capture Op 4 Sector, Capture the Drug Cartel. Okay? So that just shows you the differences in what I did when I was naming. Let's assign that. Now, we can see that it's assigned, and you can see that letter D we put. D, I've just put it Delta, like first letter of drug cartel. You can put any letter you want, and it'll only be one letter. You can see in the top right hand corner of the screen, I can't show you guys my mouse. I've got like a little thing. As I come into this sector, like so, nothing. Oh yeah, you can see it goes red, like that. Now at the moment, I'm not capturing it. In fact, yes I am for some reason. So I'm just going to kill these guys. Like that. It's going very slowly at the moment. Here's one more. There's another guy somewhere. He's outside the area, I think. And now you can see I've captured the drug cartel because I got more than 75% of the area, all people killed, and you can see it's also went blue. Now, I had a slight issue there actually, which I wasn't expecting to get. I just need to see what I've put in wrong. I actually started capturing it before I even got in, so I just want to find out why that might have been. Right, I'm not entirely sure why that was. For some reason, it started making me capture the area before I got in. For some reason, these things here are very very important. Anyway, it doesn't actually matter. Even if I did get to 75% anyway, but it wouldn't have gone because I hadn't killed 75% of the players, so that doesn't really matter. So, right, if I was to set all these figures to 0 and do the same thing, you will notice that when I play as this character, as I capture the area, see if I can die already, Jesus. Oh fuck. They've all gone. You can see on the right hand side it's gone red to show you that I'm in the area. We're going to go over here as well. Wow, he didn't want to die. But you can see I'm not capturing it. So those numbers there basically just say how fast you're capturing that area, and you can it's still sort of owned by Op4, as it's got that sort of like square or diamond shape or whatever, and it hasn't changed, and the colour is still the same. So at the moment we will never be able to capture that. So you just need to make sure that you change those numbers. The higher the numbers, the faster you'll capture it. So I don't know what like an instant capture speed would be, but I know you'll have to test that out, maybe 20 or something. So that's it really. These players will go outside the area if they're thinking they're being too much under fire or something. They'll run out of the area, and then you will just capture the area. If the enemies are out of the area, you don't have to kill them basically. It's only if you're in the area. And yeah, that's it really, guys. Really simple to set up. Also, if you wanted to, you could theoretically, let's just move this guy here. Hang on, if I can get it right. I want to get it right. There you go. You could copy that, I think this will work, and then place it here. So you could have exactly the same setup without having to, have any more issues. The only thing you would have to do is change the name of this and do something like that, for example, and then hit OK. So if we were to play as a player, like here, I don't know what I did there, I don't know why I did that, just want to fucking hell. Jeez, if I can get it right, here we go, play as a character, and then if I go back to the map, you can see that over here there is another drug cartel area that hasn't been assigned, and you can see on the right hand side it says alpha as well. If you assign the task on the map, it'll also obviously tell you how far away it is. Anyway guys, I hope that's been useful for you guys. I hope that you've, maybe learned something, because it took me quite a while to figure out how to do this, and hopefully after watching this video you guys will find it much easier with the Eden editor. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.